Hello and welcome back to A Better World. This is your host, Mitchell J. Rabin, and I'm very glad you're joining us again today. Today we're going to have a very fun interview because we have invited back two people who have been on A Better World Radio and TV, actually, from long ago to much more recently. And they are the wonderful musicians, Katya, Grineva, and Byron Duckwall. Katya, as you know, has performed at Carnegie Hall for the past, 20 years, I believe it is, right? And she has made a stunning kind of career for herself with much applause everywhere across the world, playing for presidents of countries, heads of state everywhere, and doing charitable benefits for children and others across the world. Byron Duckwall is just one of my favorite cellists of all time. It's beautiful work. Both of them have a deep, beautiful, spiritual quality to their music, as well as practices and disciplines, from yoga to meditation and the like. And this has clearly infused their work, informed their intelligent musicianship, and it's really a pleasure and an honor to have them back on A Better World again. So we're going to also get a chance to hear a little playing, Katya tells me, of some piano music while we go on today. So Katya and Byron, welcome back.
Thank you, Mitchell.
Pleasure to have you. Why don't you tell us, since it's going to be a relatively brief interview, what's happening? There's something exciting happening at Carnegie Hall. That took a lot of practice to get to. What's happening?
Byron, you want to talk about the program?
Sure. The theme this year of our program is based on the fact that many composers throughout history have been inspired by nature. They've been inspired by the solar system, the planets, the galaxy. They've been inspired by the physical nature, the sea, the forest, and they've been inspired by the animal kingdom. All of these things are being represented in our concert on Sunday. We have pieces by
this
Debussy.
Sunday.
Yeah, this Sunday at 2 p.m.
This Sunday, what is the actual date? Today is the 29th. So it's
at
the
2 p.m.
Carnegie Hall. Okay. New York City. Yeah. Please go on.
Well, and I was just saying that we're playing pieces like, for example, The Natural World, like The Sounds of the Forest by Liszt, Katya's playing. I'm playing Silent Woods by Dvorak. Both are extremely beautiful pieces. Katya's also playing Island of Joy, which is, you can hear he's on an island, and it's, the surf and the everything related to the shore and the surf and the animals that are around the sea. And then she's playing Clair de Lune, but we're also playing something that's outside of that, and other pieces as well. But outside that, we're playing the Schubert Arpeggione Sonata, which was originally written for an instrument and is now all but extinct, which is the arpeggione, which is kind of looks like a guitar, but bowed like a cello. So it's like, and it was fretted. Yeah, 6. And so then you play it on the cello, of course, it becomes much more difficult to play, but still extremely poignant melodies, beautiful mellifluous sounds, and some very extremely beautiful piece. But then, of course, we're going to also play from the animal kingdom. We're going to play The Swan. We're going to play Flight of the Bumblebee, which is a lot of fun, from Tsar Sultan by Rimsky-Korsakov.
Yes.
You can literally hear the bee, buzzing around the palace court, So that's the basic idea.
That's beautiful. It's interesting, the two of you, that you've chosen this theme at this time, because as you may or may not know, this week is Climate Change Week at the United Nations. Last week, we had what was called a climate restoration meeting at the United Nations. This whole period of time is very much characterized by attention to nature, attention to, you could really say, life itself, because we are all products, we're all the children of nature. You know, we say we're the children of God, and that may be true, but God might be nature herself. You know, I tend to think that. But, you know, it's interesting. Did you plan this theme as it is because you knew what was going on?
It was an idea. It was an idea that came to us. And
well,
then,
you know, we spend a lot of time in Woodstock, which is like so peaceful and living basically in the woods, you know?
Yes.
So that's why the idea came, because I wanted to play this piece by Liszt called Sounds of the Forest, and Byron has this beautiful piece by Dvorak, Silent Woods. So that's how the idea started. But it's amazing that it's in sync with you.
It's totally in sync. That's what I figured. Either you both are just totally in tune with the rhythms of the universe, which I know to be true, but also you might have even read it in the newspaper that all of this was happening around General Assembly. You know,
I didn't know that. Did you know? I didn't know that.
And we played last Sunday on Times Square. There was a peace concert for the Peace International Peace Day, and we played the Swan, and
you played for Paul.
Yeah, on
fantastic.
stage. Yeah, it was really fun.
Needless to say, he's a very good old friend of mine and of A Better Worlds and us of Good News Planet. I love Paul, and I'm really glad to hear that happen. That's great, Paul Novak. Great. Wow. So this is quite a lineup, the two of you. Tell us again the details and how if people want to get tickets, and then maybe you will play a little bit.
It's September 29th, Sunday, 2 p.m., Carnegie Recital Hall. For tickets, you can call 212-247-7800 or go to carnegiehall.org.
Okay, great. Wonderful. Well, this is
also I wanted to mention that I'm playing a very special piece on this program by Clara Schumann, who was wife of Robert Schumann. And, you know, and she was the most incredible, famous pianist, an incredible woman of her times. Like, she produced her own concerts, she traveled the world. I mean, really amazing. But she also was composing.
For a woman at that time, exactly.
At this time, women were not allowed to show their compositions. So only now it's coming up. So, and it's right now, September 13 was 200th anniversary since she was born. So I decided to learn a piece in her honor, and it's the most beautiful piece. Like, it's so beautiful. And I was thinking maybe I just play a little bit of it.
How to show, please. Yeah? That would be
people
great.
Don't play her music, but I think it's just as beautiful as Robert Schumann's. And it's very pianistic because she was a great pianist. Like, Chopin's music is very pianistic because he was a great pianist.
Sure.
And it's the same with her. Where
he
Robert
knew how
Schumann's
to write,
music is
and
beautiful.
she knew how to write for it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'll try to do it on my phone here. How do
Please,
I just?
That would be great.
Do I do it like? I don't know how to reverse
put the phone.
Just to put it like this. Oh,
yeah.
Here. Yeah.
I think it'll
this is
work.
Just a little bit of her piece.
Oh, it's fantastic that we get to see you play.
And it goes
Wow.
on and on.
Well, that is a beautiful initial taste, and you could say an allure to us to want more. It got a little tinny for that beautiful grand piano you have. It didn't, that microphone didn't do it full justice, but
Yeah,
we
it's a
could
very beautiful piano actually at
definitely
my
get a
home.
feel of it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. This isn't your piano from Moscow, is it?
No, no, this is piano
That's
which belonged
upstate.
to Byron and used to be in his recording studio in Boston.
Yeah. It's a 1906 Steinway B, and it's one of the best. It's the best piano I've ever heard in my life. This piano,
Really?
better than any of the pianos at Carnegie Hall.
Really?
It's just
Isn't that
it's
interesting?
spectacular. There's a very famous workman, piano technician, who's lives in Boston, and he said pianos. He says pre-1930 pianos. If you see 200 of them, one might sound like this.
Wow. That's quite a commendation. I remember, Byron, the first time I interviewed Katya.
Yeah,
It was
right.
at,
That was fun.
yeah.
That was
I,
fun.
do you remember? It was at, I remember
Yeah,
that it was
it was
at
in a studio someplace. We
oh,
were.
I know exactly where it was. It was
Where
on
it was.
It was on West 58th Street in one of
Well, it was at the
those
store.
piano stores where there had just arrived Steinway, built in 1885, that
Right.
they loaned you, and they loaned me part of the bench. Well, you did.
Yeah.
And do you remember that?
Huh.
Yeah.
I remember the interview. It was really a fun interview. I remember
It
that.
was, wasn't it? It really was.
It was
And
amazing.
I remember that. So
It
when
was
you say
amazing
1906, that's like, yesterday. No, I'm kidding you. Not really. Yeah, I'd imagine that the pianos before that time period just had a more of a craftsmanship than what has come since, where the technology age has infiltrated every aspect of our lives, including piano making. So,
Yeah, I don't know what makes a good piano be a good piano, but I remember that when I was looking for a piano way back, back in the late '80s, then, and I remember I knew this English technician in Boston. It was a different person, and he was retiring, and I said, I'm looking for a piano. I said, just can you keep your eye out? And he said, sure. And he said, and then I didn't hear from him for a long time, over a year or something. Then all of a sudden I get a telephone call, and he's up in New Hampshire, and he goes, I think I found your piano. He says, it's at an auction here. And he says, do you want me to buy it? And I said, yeah, buy it. And then I had it
great
restored.
story. Yeah,
Yeah, and
exactly.
and so he knew. See, I don't think I would have known at that point.
Yes.
But he did, and I trusted him because he was brilliant. So
Sure.
then we ended up with this amazing piano.
Oh my God! And here it is in Katya's place in New York City. So
It's Katya's piano for forever now.
It's
so
fantastic.
I said,
what a beautiful
she
gift.
should be the one to play on it because it's so special. She's such a special player that it just seemed like the perfect. I told her that I said, you can play. I'm giving you this piano to play on forever. I said the only thing I want is to be able to still call it my piano, but otherwise it's your, it's all yours.
It's functionally yours. It's practically yours.
I just like to be able to call my piano.
The joy of saying my piano.
Yeah, I do. But I like playing on it. When I go to New York, I play on it all the time. I'm telling you, it's addictive, this piano. It's so beautiful that you can't stay away from it. You want to keep playing it.
So
Katya,
are you taking it to Carnegie Recital Hall, Katya?
Yeah, no.
I'm kidding.
They have a beautiful piano.
I was kidding.
No.
Yeah. Well, you could do that, but it's only a 7-foot, and the ones there are 9 foot.
I see. Well, I'm sure it's going to be a beautiful concert. Would you give the information again, Byron, for people to get tickets and the date and all of that?
Well, the easiest way to get tickets is just to go to carnegiehall.org. So carnegiehall.org, and you go to the date, September 29th, and you'll see our concert, Katya, Grineva, Byron, Duckwall. playing themes from nature, and you can get your ticket that way. You could also just go to the box office. But the time of the concert is at 2 p.m., so it's an afternoon concert.
Yeah.
So people can easily come in and go back to their place without having to stay overnight in the city or anything.
Yes,
And,
exactly.
Right, and so it's September 29th, this Sunday at 2 p.m. in Carnegie Recital Hall, which is also called Weil Hall, right next door to the big hall. It's right there on 57th and 7th.
It's so nice and intimate. I'll tell you, I actually prefer hearing the two of you, which I've done a few times, of course, over the years, play in the more intimate halls. Do you know?
Like perfect acoustics,
yeah,
and $1 million chandeliers, and it's just so beautiful in there. Wow, everybody loves it in there.
And the acoustics are fantastic.
Yeah, beautiful.
They really are.
Beautiful.
I mean, needless to say, the large hall, the grand hall, is got its own wonderful ambiance and allure. But needless to say, but to be close to the two of you while you're playing in a smaller setting is magnificent.
It's great. It's great.
Well, thank you both for being on today and sharing your beautiful music and everything. Byron, you've looked better, I have to say. But I hope to see you
I look
soon.
a little blank.
Oh, technology. That's all it is. But I look forward to, I'm going to be trying to really make it. I had something before I knew about this. So I'll see what I can do. But certainly I want to tell people about it, and will continue to. So
great.
With love to
Thank
you
you.
both.
Thank you, Mitchell.
Thank you, Mitchell.
So
Hi.
You're so welcome.
Thank you.
Bye-bye now. Katya and Byron, such a pleasure. No, I'm just wrapping up here.
Okay.
They are such beautiful musicians. You've heard them on the air of A Better World many times, actually, over the years, going back to when Katya first played at Carnegie Hall, in fact. And so it's really an honor and a pleasure to have her and both of them back on A Better World to chat with us all and educate us about the new music that they're bringing forward. Not new like just composed, I mean new to their repertoire and presentation to the public. So I want to also remind all of you that it happens that A Better World has been on the air for 26 years. Now I have to remind people that I started when I was about 12, so right now I'm just 1 year younger than Jack Benny, which, that's right, 38, 39, right around there. But no, in fact, we have been on for 26 years, since March of 1993. Better World TV, and then it morphed and added A Better World Radio, and well, here we are. So to commemorate this and to honor this, we're having a special event ourselves on Friday, October 4th at CRS, it's called, Center for Remembering and Sharing, at 123 4th Avenue. It's kind of funny and musical, isn't it? 123 4th Avenue in New York. It's at 7 o'clock. And to help celebrate this, what we're calling a fundraiser, although it's also a fundraiser for A Better World, we are a nonprofit. I have invited a dear friend of A Better World, and that is Swami Beyondananda. Now, if you don't know Swami Beyondananda, it's surely time that you do. He's extremely funny. Yes, he started out as a Jewish guy from Brooklyn, and now he lives in Berkeley, but he's come east for a number of reasons. He's on tour, but he's making a point of one stop in New York City for commemorating our anniversary on the 26 years. So just go to the website, www.abetterworld.tv, abetterworld.tv. It's right there. And while you're there, join up on our newsletter. It comes out only once a week. It's free. And we love for you to be part of A Better World's community. So thank you all. I hope to see you at Katya and Byron's concert this Sunday, September 29th, afternoon. I love afternoon concerts, really, and I really hope I'm able to make it. And I would strongly encourage all of you to, as well as October 4th, the following Friday, see about joining us at our 26th anniversary celebration with Swami Beyondananda. Political satire, lots of wisdom, as you would expect from the Swami, and a Jewish guy, and a guy from Brooklyn. So thanks again. This is Mitchell J. Rabin for A Better World, and I look forward to seeing you all next week.